All right, guys, let's get started. So, I am so excited that you guys could be here tonight. My name is Holly Hillier, and I am the founder of Team TNT, Beachbody team. And I have been doing this for almost a year now, which is crazy to me. So I'm hoping tonight to just tell you guys a little bit more about my story, answer some of the questions that you may have, and hopefully kind of calm some of those fears and icky feelings I think that sometimes come with the multi-level marketing company businesses. So I have a quick presentation. Let me share this with you guys. All right. So, as I said, I'm going to talk to you guys tonight a little bit about what Beachbody coaching is, what it has done for me, and hope to dispel some of those scary rumors that are out there. So we will get right into this. So to tell you guys a little bit more about me, I grew up as a competitive gymnast. I did it all through college. And when I left school, I went from working out like 25 hours a week, doing gymnastics 25 hours a week, to really not knowing how to properly eat, because I never really had to worry about it before, or how to work out in any sort of normal way, right? I was used to going to a gym 4 hours after school every single day. So I really started having an unhealthy relationship with the gym. I would get in the elliptical and feel like I needed to burn 600, 700 calories, so that I could go out and have a margarita with friends. I would spend 2 hours in the gym just to make myself feel better about the pizza that I had the night before. So it's definitely a gym addict in a really unhealthy way. And that also, paired with my unhealthy relationship with food. So like I said, I was a gymnast my whole life, and I never had to think about how I ate. So I would eat whatever I wanted. And then you're leaving college and starting working, and you're sitting down a lot, and you're still eating whatever you want. And you're like, wait a minute, like this, I don't feel great. My body doesn't feel great. And so I would go on crazy diets. Like I did the no carb diet, which just made me extremely sick, to the point where I was passing out. I would go out with friends and binge eat. I'd go eat Mexican food and eat 3 baskets of chips and salsa, and then the next day I wouldn't eat anything. So my relationship with food was extremely unhealthy and unsustainable. So while my story isn't one of, Beachbody helping me lose 50 pounds or 100 pounds, it is one where Beachbody taught me how to properly fuel my body and how to eat so that I now feel my best. And so that's really my fitness journey kind of with Beachbody. And I'll get into that a little more. My personal journey with Beachbody, I did a challenge group with my coach, Dara, and that's really where I learned, about 30-minute at-home workouts and how to fuel my body properly. And once I got that down, Dara said, we loved having you in this group. Would you be interested in joining us as a coach? And I said, no. I have a great corporate job that pays really well. Beachbody is just like sketchy, and like, who wants to sell a shake to like their mom? I mean, that's how I felt, right? Who wants to be a salesperson? Because I don't, and I didn't. So I told her no, and kind of continued on my health and fitness journey, but wasn't finding as much success without the initial group that I was with when I did my first Beachbody program. So Dara, actually, my coach, reached out to me again, probably like a month or two later. And she was like, hey, just following up, like seeing how you're doing. I see that you're still doing the workouts, and I just really feel like you would really succeed in this business. And at that point, I was at one of the lowest points in my life, kind of post-college graduation as an adult, I would say. My husband and I had moved from Washington, D.C. to California so that he could pursue his dream job with Google. And I was working a job where I sat in front of a computer for 8 hours a day. I did Excel and really had no human contact or felt like I was making an impact. I didn't have a lot of friends. I was having a really hard time meeting other people out in California. So I was struggling with depression. I was struggling with anxiety. I was struggling with figuring out who I was on the West Coast versus who I had been on the East Coast. And again, for anyone who's struggled with any sort of, eating disorder, whether that be not eating enough or eating too much, that those types of situations are huge triggers. So knowing that I was struggling with my depression, with anxiety, and then with food on top of it, it just kind of snowballed. And so when Dara reached out to me again, I just thought I have absolutely nothing to lose. I had loved my first group I was in. It was a positive environment. Everyone was supportive, and I've never really associated health and fitness with an environment of support. As a gymnast, I love gymnastics, and I didn't really think of that as like health and fitness. That's something I did like as a passion, right? When I thought of health and fitness, I thought of kind of having to go to the gym for 2 hours and stay on an elliptical, which just did not sound fun. So it was great having this good group of girls, and I thought, you know what? If I decide to coach, the worst that can happen is I get to be in another awesome challenge group with my friends. We all get a little healthier. And that's it, right? It wasn't like a huge risk. So I have a lot of people who ask me, when you're struggling with depression, it's really hard to like turn your life around. How'd you go from like negative to positive? And it wasn't that. It was one step out of that dark place, one step out of feeling so alone and into a community of support. So that's really what I was like, yeah, I've got nothing to lose. I can sit at home by myself, or I can join the supportive community. So that's really when I decided I'm going to give coaching a try. And as I mentioned, I was working full time. So I needed this to fit in to my schedule. I don't have children, but my job can be extremely demanding. It can have weird hours depending on what projects I'm working on. So having, this extracurricular needed to be able to be really flexible. And BeachBody seemed to allow me to have that. So, so I decided I'm going to go for it. And I literally, since day one, and I think it's just my personality, I was all in. I was like, this is my way out. This is my way out of a job where I'm unhappy. This is my way out of, this lonely place. And I can say that it hasn't disappointed. It's not easy. And so I'm going to talk about that a little. I'm going to, kind of back up and tell you a little more about BeachBody from the beginning, all the way through what a challenge group is, our products, and go through, becoming a coach and what all that means. But for me, it has been transformative. And my why in this company, I started because I needed something in my life that I was passionate about. I needed hope. And this company gave me that. And now, my why shifted. Do I still struggle with anxiety? Yes. Am I still stressed about working several jobs at the same time and trying to be a good wife and a good friend? Of course I am. And I'll always struggle with that. But now my why is bigger. Now my why is I want to start a family soon, and I want to stay home with my children. I want to be the mom that, I can take my kids to school. I can pick them up. I can go to soccer practice. I can do whatever they want. I can be there for the little moments. And so my why is now I'm going to make this into a career where I can leave that fancy corporate job and make enough money, well, more money than I'm making in that corporate job to support my family and live the life that I want to lead. So that is why I'm doing it and why I am so passionate about this and truly believe in it. So enough about me. Let's move on a little bit. So, what is Beachbody coaching? What is this crazy thing that's going to allow me to leave my corporate job? So it starts with living a healthy and fulfilling life. And really that's where my story started. I needed to figure out how to have balance in my life. I needed to go from working out 2 hours a day to a 30-minute workout at home and eating the right foods to fuel my body instead of binging and then starving myself. So once you start living that healthy life, whatever that looks like for you, that 30-minute workout and feeding your family, healthy, clean foods, that starts with you. Then as people watch you on your journey, you're naturally going to be inspiring them. So with Beachbody, all I did when I first started coaching was share my journey. I shared the workouts I was doing, I shared the food I was eating, and I shared how it was making me feel. And in that time, I've inspired others who want to join me. I'm not selling people products. I'm inspiring them to change their lives for the better. And then as you do that, you start leading and supporting others through what we call a challenge group. And really a challenge group is just where a customer buys a Beachbody program, purchases Shakeology, and I'll talk a little more about Shakeology in a little bit, and then joins your online support group. It's called a challenge group, but really it's a place where we all support one another on our journeys. So you live your best life, you inspire others, and then you help lead them on their journey. And really that's all that coaching is. It's just helping others. So what is Beachbody as a whole? So Beachbody was created in 1998 by John Condon and Carl Deichler. And their goal was to end this trend of obesity. And this did not start as a multi-level marketing company. It started, the big program that put them on the map was P90X. And it really did just start with fitness programs that you can do at home and get results. 5 years ago, they decided to create the network of coaches. And that's what moved it from, into that multi-level marketing realm. So the reason they did that was because they found that while people were completing the programs or starting them, some were completing them, but others needed more support. So they'd start the program and then quit. Or they'd start the program, finish it, and then go back to their old unhealthy ways. So while they might be helping people get fit in the short term, there was no long-term investment. And so as a coach, that's really what we do. And that's really what their vision was. And so we are invested in our clients from day one through their entire journey. We really are a team. And so, some people just want to lose a few pounds or learn how to eat healthier, and they don't need your support. I have a team member who has lost over 60 pounds, and she's been on this journey with me for 8 months. We talk weekly. We do weekly check-ins. She randomly, when she knows she's got a hard month coming up, will join one of my challenge groups for more accountability. That's what this multi-level marketing in this company means. It is a multi-level way of helping people. It's not about the selling. That all happens so easily. So I mentioned Shakeology. So what is Shakeology? And if you decide to become a coach, you will get asked this a lot. And some of the biggest reservations that people have will also be about Shakeology. So Shakeology is not a protein shake. It's not purely a meal replacement shake. So when I think of a meal replacement shake, I think of Slim Fast. Or if I think of a protein shake, I think of like protein powder. And you mix it in your shaker cup. And there's nothing else to it but that protein, your benefits in the protein. Shakeology is equivalent to 6 salads a day. So I will admit, I try to eat as healthy as possible and as clean as possible, but I do not love vegetables. I eat the same like 3 or 4 vegetables all week long. So let me dispel the rumor that all Beachbody coaches are super healthy and only, eat vegetables. That's ridiculous. But because of that, I need Shakeology to provide me those extra nutrients. So your protein drink is not going to do that, and your meal replacement drink is not either. And so when a lot of people compare Shakeology to meal replacements, they say, oh, it's got more carbs, right? If you compare it to like the Atkins drink, it's got more carbs. Well, yes, because it's not meant to be low carb. Or it's got more sugar. Well, it's not really meant to be low sugar either. What it's meant to be is all natural nutrients, no artificial flavors. It is your 6 salads, right? When you eat a salad, you don't say, what's the sugar content in this? Or what's my carb content? You're eating healthy, real vegetables, right? And fruits. So for me, when I explain it to people, it is your multivitamin, okay? So there are a lot of coaches on my team, a lot of my customers who are breastfeeding, pregnant, or have children. And I myself have spoken to my doctor about Shakeology as a prenatal vitamin and how Shakeology works throughout pregnancy. Again, this is my doctor. So anyone out there listening to this or any of your future clients, please have them talk to their doctors. But my doctor has approved for me to drink Shakeology as my prenatal vitamin. The only thing, I have to take an additional folic acid supplement. That's it. So I no longer take a prenatal vitamin, and that just kind of speaks for the amount of vitamins in your single shake every day. It's also approved for during pregnancy. It's approved while breastfeeding. So while breastfeeding, I know that a lot of my mom's babies have issues with dairy. So there is also vegan Shakeology. And so that is another great source that you can use while breastfeeding. So again, and Shakeology is not meant to be super low calorie. I know people worry about that while breastfeeding. Well, that means I'm cutting my calories. Well, it's not super high in calories, but it's also not super low in calories. It is a meal. So, I hope that's just kind of a quick explanation of Shakeology. There are a ton of videos out there, and I would love to talk to you guys more in depth about Shakeology if you have questions. But in general, it's going to get you're going to get the protein, not as much as in a protein shake, but you are going to get the protein that's going to get you that physique that you're working towards with your workouts and really complement your workouts. You're also going to get all your vegetables and all your fruits. So there you go. Quick explanation on Shakeology. So now let's go into a little bit about the worries, fears, misconceptions about Beachbody. So I'm asked a lot, I'm not a fitness and nutrition expert. How can I be a coach? Well, as a coach, you are not expected to be the fitness or nutrition expert. The fitness experts are on the DVDs, and the nutrition experts are the creators of Shakeology and the creators of the meal plans that come with the fitness workouts. So what you need to know, I know a lot about the 21-day fix. I can tell you what's in a blue container and a red container. You need to learn about the meal plans, and you need to encourage your challengers to follow those meal plans, but you shouldn't be providing any additional guidance above and beyond that. Your job is to support them on that journey. So when they say it's 7 p.m. and I'm starving, but I don't know what to eat, and these are the containers that I have left, your job is to say, all right, what can we fix that would be satisfying and keep your hunger at bay, right? You're that support system. So kind of going along with that, I'm not ready to lead others. I need to work on myself. Well, interestingly enough, it's when you're sharing your journey and on your journey that people are going to identify with you the most. When I came back from my honeymoon, I had gained 9 pounds, and 9 pounds is a lot for somebody who's 5'4". I was happy and I was eating and I was drinking. I felt great. And I got home and like my clothes didn't fit. So, that's when I was like, ugh, I need to do something about this. And I shared that with people. I said, who wants to, in the next 21 days, join me in losing 10 pounds? And I had so many people come to me. So many people wanted to lose those 10 pounds. It's when I'm at like my peak and people are like, oh, well, I need to lose 30 pounds. What does she know about that? That I often struggle. And, it's luckily now that I've been doing this for a year, people recognize and support, what I've been doing. I've gained the trust of my clients. But in the beginning, that's hard if you're already 100% there, right? No one saw that part of your journey. So I think it's really important to inspire people while you're on your journey. And if you're not ready to start coaching, you know what? That's okay. But make sure that you're sharing that journey so that people can identify with you. I'm not a salesman, right? This is like my number one concern when I joined. And with Beachbody, you don't want to be a salesperson. I mean, that's just not. When we have meetings, I have weekly calls with my team, and my leader has weekly calls. And I don't think we ever talk about sales, because that's not what matters in this company. If you are out there helping people to meet their health and fitness goals, then you're not selling them anything. When I talk to, a friend or a family member, I don't feel guilty like talking about Shakeology or the 21-day fix. I don't feel like I'm trying to trick them into anything. I feel like I'm offering them a way out of the unhealthy lifestyle that they've been stuck in. Like, I'm offering them real help. And so I think that's a really important way to think about it. And again, it goes back to sharing your journey and inviting others to come with you. You're not selling them a necklace. You are taking a journey with them. And that's so important in this company. It is about relationships, and that is really the foundation. And so keeping that in mind is going to make you successful. The second you start feeling icky and salesy is the second you need to walk away from that conversation, because the person on the other end of that conversation is going to feel that way too, and it's just not going to go well. So again, it's not about sales. It is about relating with your future clients, customers, and helping them with where their goals are leading them. So I don't have a large market. Who will I recruit? I am an introvert, most definitely an introvert. I have a couple small groups of really good friends. I am not the girl who is out partying, and has 50 people calling her up every Friday night. That's not me. So when I joined Beachbody, I had less than 500 friends on Facebook, which is not many, less than 500, right? So how in the world do I recruit people? And again, I think recruit is kind of an odd word to use for this business. Sales, recruiting, it's about talking to friends, talking to family, and sharing with them. And I will say that one thing, Beachbody and this team has a ton of tools. And so I've really expanded my network, and I've met lots of people. And, as soon as you start helping a few people, they tend to tell everyone else about it as well. So many of my customers now are friends of friends of friends who saw the results. And so that's what's really amazing about this company. But I wouldn't worry about not having a large network. That's definitely something I did not start with, and something that we will grow together and we can work through. And, that goes kind of back to social media. So I'm not very active on social media. I'm not going to lie. You're going to need to be active on social media. But there are so many different forms of social media. So if you don't feel comfortable making your Facebook profile public, that's okay. That's how I choose to share my journey, but that's not how you have to share yours. One of the top coaches, Lindsay Matway, she shared her initial journey before she was even a coach on YouTube. She did P90X and less dollar baby weight. And that YouTube channel has like skyrocketed her. She's amazing. Her business is huge. So there's just so many different forms of social media. Instagram, Pinterest even is now, you can now create business accounts. Facebook, YouTube, it's really endless. My blog. So yes, you're going to have to choose a social media platform, and you are going to have to share your story. I mean, if you don't share your story, how do people know how to join you? How are they inspired by you? But we will work together to figure out what social media platform works best for your life and how to best use it. Again, I have been blessed to have amazing mentors in this business, and I have websites and training and everything you could ever need to help you grow your network and grow your social media presence. So that is something we would work on together. I don't have time. Yep, I don't think anyone has time. I don't know that I've ever spoken to anyone who's like, yeah, you know what? I'm just really bored. Yeah, I don't have anything going on in my life. Like, no, everyone has things going on. Some of my top coaches, I know some of you were invited by them. Trisha is a mom with a full-time job. She's doing this and just became a diamond coach. Jamie, mom to 3 girls and a teacher, is about to go diamond this month. Melissa, she is a mom to 2 with an at-home photography business. She went diamond in 65 days. It's incredible what you can do with an hour a day. So I teach my coaches about their power hour. So if you give me 1 hour a day, Monday through Friday, and I won't lie, on the weekends, I need like 2 hours from you, maybe 3. Because on the weekends is when we get everything set up for the week. So during the week, you don't have to worry about it too much. But if you can spare an hour Monday through Friday, you can make this business work for you. You can grow a business where you're making a full-time income from home. Again, it's not going to happen on its own. It takes work, but we can do it together and we can figure out a way to make it fit in your life. So what is the cost? So the sign-up fee is $39.95. If you purchase a challenge pack, so challenge pack is your program, your Shakeology, that $39.95 sign-up fee is waived. Some of you I know are in a current challenge group. If you did not sign up as a coach, you have 30 days after purchasing your challenge pack to sign up and have the fee waived. Then after that, there's a $15.95 business service fee monthly. This is your websites for your programs, for Shakeology, and for them holding all of your product, right? We are not responsible for buying any product beyond what we will use personally. So that's all the warehouse and shipping costs. All of that is included in there. So when you sign up as a coach, how do you earn money? You will receive 25% commission from all products purchased. So every challenge pack you sell, you're getting 25% commission. And then, I have a lot of people sign up as what I call a discount coach. So they purchase their challenge pack, and as I mentioned, they got their $39.95 sign-up fee waived, and they get the 25% discount on all their products. So with Shakeology, that's saving you $30 a month. So you have a $15 fee to be a coach, you save $30, little over $30. So you're saving at least $15 a month just from that discount. So I know I have coaches who are like, maybe do it, maybe not, but they knew they wanted to drink Shakeology. And so there was really no risk to them. You can cancel at any time. That's the other thing. Once you sign up as a coach, if you decide, this isn't working for me, this isn't working in my life right now, you can cancel. You have no product you're carrying. There's no year-long commitment. It's really that easy. So, sorry, that was a little tangent, but 25, you're going to earn money by your commission on your products. And then bonuses based on your team volume. So when you join, I can explain a little more about team volume, or if you just YouTube Beachbody team volume, there's a million videos about it. But pretty much it means that as you grow your team, you will get bonuses. So one question I do get asked is, do I make commission off of people on my team? No, I do not. I do not. And this is another reason this is not some pyramid scheme, right? I'm making commission off my clients' purchases, but I'm not making commission off my coaches and their clients' purchases. So I do receive bonuses based on volume, but no other commission other than what I earn myself. So yes, this goes into, is this a pyramid scheme? One of the big things with a pyramid scheme is recruiting. And a true pyramid scheme, you pay, the person above you makes a lot of money when you sign up. You're paying them money. If you sign up as a coach tonight, you don't buy a challenge pack, you just sign up and pay your $39.95, I do not receive any money for that. No payment at all, right? That is one true sign of a pyramid scheme, is that you're making money off of coaches who don't, or off of clients or people beneath you. And I'm not doing that. Beachbody has no required inventory. Another huge thing in a pyramid scheme is, some people will say, oh, well, I'm not making money directly off you, right? Other companies will say this. But to sign up, you need to buy this much product, so this much makeup or this much jewelry. You don't have to buy anything. You just buy your challenge pack, become a product of the product, and when people are ready to order, they order from the website, and you don't touch any of that. And again, Beachbody is about products to consumers. That is what we do. Yes, I love working with my coaches. I love training new coaches. I love talking to coaches about how this is the last year they're going to be teaching because they're retiring at the end of this year. That's amazing. But I also know my true purpose is to help people become better versions of themselves. So whether that's through mentoring my coaches or mentoring my customers, Beachbody is all about those products to consumers. And without our products changing people's lives, there would be nothing else, right? Once our products cease to help people lead a better life, Beachbody doesn't exist anymore. So is there real income? Yes, there is. As I said before, it's not going to come in month one. You can't just say I'm a Beachbody coach and be like a millionaire. It's not going to happen. But this is my coach, Dara's progression, and my progression follows hers almost exactly. Month one, I made $300. By month 9, I was making $1,800. And now this is my 12th month. So month 11, I was at $2,200. So by month 13, I should be at least at the $2,700 mark she was at. So again, it takes time to build this income, and it's the slowest in the beginning. As you can see, between month 13 and month 16, it was a huge jump. But that is the power of momentum in this business, and the power of your coaches, signing up coaches, and your team growing exponentially. In the beginning, it's slow, but if you can stick with it and put in your hour every single night, the income potentials are there. I was just talking to Dara. We were in Nashville together, and she said by the end of this year, so that will be at her 2-year mark, she's expecting to be making almost $5,000 a week. It's real. It can happen. She works the business. And let me tell you, Dara is a mom to a 3-year-old and twin 1.5-year-old boys. She does not have a lot of free time, but she made it work because she stayed consistent. So there is real income potential. And again, Beachbody disclaimer, we can't promise any amount of money. I can only tell you what Dara has made and what I have made. And I am happy to share every single month with you guys if you want to see, my full income progression as well. So In Beachbody, we are here to support one another, to help one another, and to share. So please feel free to ask me questions. So, are you interested? Is this something that you would want to do? If so, I know a lot of you are already challengers. You're in challenge groups. You have your program. You have your Shakeology. So you've already had your program. If you don't have your program, then sign up. Get your coach fee waived and see how you like the programs. If you don't like them and don't want to coach, you just get the discount for your Shakeology. And if you don't want to drink Shakeology anymore, then you just cancel it all, right? It's really no risk. So my next challenge group begins August 17th. So this coming Monday. And the first week is just this pre-season, pre-week. We talk about planning our meals. And so that would be a great time if you wanted to sign up now. We can get you in the challenge group and get you started on your journey. And then we'll start developing our skills. So you're going to start on your journey as a coach and as a customer. So I have 2 different training groups. I'm going to be starting on August 17th, depending on how fast you want to move your business forward. Do you just want to know a little more about the business, get the basics, or are you ready to go diamond in 60 days like Melissa did? Are you ready to get to that $1,000 mark as quickly as possible? And of course, I have our team website. There's a million trainings, ways to recruit your friends, links. Everything will be provided for you right away when you sign up. So I don't want you to feel like you sign up and then you're just on your own, because that's what's so great about this team is none of us are on our own. Whether it's your fitness journey or whether it's your financial journey as a coach, we're here to work together and support you. And then create a life of freedom and joy. Again, for me, my goals, I will leave this corporate world where we're all competitive and fighting to get to the top. And I'm going to leave it for a world where I'm surrounded by women and men who are supporting one another and who celebrate every single victory, we have in this business. It's refreshing. It's so different. And then one day when I have children, I'm going to stay home with them. And so I know that's the life of freedom and joy that I want to live. And it's different for everyone, but my goals are to help you all get to that point. So if you guys have questions, contact us directly. There might be more coaches than this that invited you to join this webinar. And if so, reach out to them. Send them a message. Send me a message. We are all more than happy to answer questions for you guys. So, again, just thank you guys so much for joining. I know it's late. I just am so passionate about this business and want you all to, experience the same thing. If it's what you want, this business isn't for everyone, but if it's what you want, I just want to work with you on your journey to get there. So thank you guys so much for joining tonight. I will be online afterwards if you want to message me or email me. Thanks, guys. Have a good night.